about in our Congress right now. So it really is like a third party. He's right about that. They are progressives, Marxists. They're unashamed to say so. And they're there.
Both parties.
Yeah, both parties.
And they've infiltrated.
I'm just saying 81 total. 82 in both parties. Got to get them out. Eradicate the rats.
Right.
That's what they are.
I'd like to follow that up. One of the problems I had with John McCain as a candidate, and I had to swallow my tongue and support him because we had no chance unless we did.
Can I just interject real quick? I voted for Sarah Palin.
Yes.
But too many of the Republicans were trying to make themselves appeal to the middle, and maybe even a little left of middle, in order just to get elected or just to become popular. And we need to back and support Republicans who are Republicans.
Conservative.
That's right.
And then make it the vote. We have a chance every 2 years, or whatever special election, but basically every 2 years, to make those choices. Be careful about them. Investigate. That's why we're here, to hear you, because I'd never met you before, didn't know anything about you, and now we know you're a character. So, you know.
You're real.
Yeah. Well, listen, I knew after I sat here and listened to the preface, and thank God you guys got together, that you didn't get the speech I normally give tonight, okay? Because this is a different audience. I was so thrilled because I'm you. It was easy for me to talk to you tonight because I am what you are now. I have been for about 2 years, and I have walked the walk and talked the talk. I've been on the street with a megaphone. I've been walking in front of the line going up against Obama. I'm really unafraid anymore. I'm fighting for my country. I'm fighting for my state. To me, I got people telling me, Jack, do you know how much business you're losing with that sign out there? Every day it's a liberal in liberal Portsmouth. And my comment to them is, I made a simple decision. What's more important? My country. That's not a tough decision for a guy like me. I know I'm losing business. I don't know how much because nobody tells you they're not going to do business with me. But we're still doing fine. And as far as I'm concerned, even if I weren't, I wouldn't change a thing I'm doing.
Suggestion for a sign, Jack. Honk if you're with me.
Well,
Another suggestion,
I'm gonna say,
if you want to piss off the big banks, companies and individuals should take their money out and put it in credit.
a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are doing that, that very thing. So, not bad advice.
the banks will buy them up anyway.
It's a short-term solution.
Once it swings too far away, they'll take care of it. They'll buy them up.
Did anyone here?
No.
No. What he's basically asking is, he sees a lot of waste. He personally, firsthand, sees a lot of waste, in government spending. People just playing solitaire. Friday's almost like a day off. They just, they say, look, we all see that stuff, all right? We've got a lot of redundancy. We got so many SAU school administrative units. We got all kinds of things that we're paying all this money for. So he asked me, what are the things I would cut? So let me give you 4 or 5 things real quick. First thing is this. Everyone's going to be asked to cut. The first year, 6, 7, 8% across the board. I haven't come up with that number, even a minimum of 5 department. And they can do it. And I'm going to let them know 6 years in advance what they're going to have to cut. Because every year they're going to have to cut 5% or more. So they can't give me the excuse that they won't know. They're going to know. They're going to know years in advance. Okay, so they'll be ready. Welfare.
Yep.
Welfare was never meant to be a way of life, folks.
That's right.
We'll give you a helping hand, but it's going to end. It's finite. I haven't decided, 6 months, whatever it's going to be, but if you're 18 to 24, 25, you get a few months and you're going to work. I'm so sick of it. We got people moving up here from Massachusetts because our welfare system's not better than theirs. Are you kidding me? This is New Hampshire. What has happened, So that's another one. We spent $400 to $500 billion of I'm going to call it stimulus money this past budgetary period on ongoing projects programs. That money doesn't come back next year, but those programs do. So, first thing I'm gonna do is look at every one of those programs. I am unafraid. You have to lead. The choices are tough. No matter what you do, to a lot of people, it's going to be unpopular. But I, in my heart, know it's right. We have to reduce the size of government. There's going to be cuts. So that's another area I'm going to look at. I already said, 90% of the jobs in this state come from small businesses just like mine. All you LLC owners, all you sub-S, I'm a sub-S corp. Listen, I'm going to be your best friend if I get there, because I've been doing this for 40 years. Folks, we being small businessmen and businesses, are the engine that drives this economy.
That's right.
If you tax us to oblivion, what happens? Many of us are going to fail. Unemployment's going to go right through the roof.
It's what they're doing deliberately because they intend to have
Income and
government run
sales
it all.
tax.
None of us.
Right?
Right.
So, those cuts will happen, those repeals, and I'll have to repeal those taxes. Now, here's a novel idea. How many in here are business people? Okay. If I were to say to you, because we pay 8.5% business profits tax, right? I'll get into the LLC in a minute. But the business profits tax is high. So what if I said to you, all right, I'll tell you what. If I'm governor, I'm going to push to have your tax lowered the more profit you make.
Great idea.
I will tell you the revenue stream will go through the roof. Why? Because all of us try to avoid that tax with a passion. I mean, I tell my accountant, find something. I'll pay that tax. But if I'm going to be allowed to keep the fruits of my labor, and by the way, folks, you don't keep it. You invest it. You hire more people. You purchase capital equipment with that money. You don't go buy a yacht, but even if you did, you're stimulating the economy, for God's sakes. I mean, it's pretty simple. But you'll find that the tax revenue will go up because you're incentivizing businesses to make more profit by taxing them less. A simpler example. Think of this. If you lower the gas tax, just state, by 10 or 15 cents a gallon, so that there's a big difference between a price per gallon in Massachusetts and Maine.
Where's everybody going to buy gas?
Precisely.
Right.
Revenue then would go up. I don't even get these people. They increase a pack of cigarettes by 45 cents, right? I don't smoke, so it doesn't affect me much, and if you guys are smoking, you shouldn't be. But the point is, if you increase the price of a pack of cigarettes by 45 cents, what happens to the demand? It goes down. So your revenue is probably going to go down. However, if you reduce a pack of cigarettes by a quarter or 30 cents or 40 cents, so again, that the contrast is huge, is stark between the states, all the border states. Hey, it's New England, it was small. What's going to happen? I don't even advertise in Massachusetts. I don't even advertise in Maine. Hey, buy your cigarettes in New Hampshire, all right? I mean, because our revenue stream is going to go up. Not that I want people to become unhealthy, but yes.
Can I get two for the price of one here?
Anyway, folks. look,
Unrelated. No, I got a question for you. What do you feel about the interest and dividends tax?
Oh,
Speaking of the fruits of your labor.
let's talk a minute about the LLC tax. How many in here understand what the LLC tax actually is? All right. LLCs, limited liability corporations, very popular. All right, I own two. How many in here are LLC owners? Right, exactly. It's kind of a substitute for a proprietorship or partnership type thing. It gives you built-in protection from liability issues. So it's a nice mechanism. Well, the state of New Hampshire, in their infinite wisdom, passed an LLC tax. They're saying it's only 5%. Let me tell you how it works. As an LLC owner, they're going to go, and it's going to be retroactive. That's what they want, all the way back to last January.
Right.
They're going to come in and they're going to say, wow, let me see your books, look at your books.